So it is currently 5 in the morning because we are going to
Aura Skypool
to watch the sunrise. So we ordered like the couch reservation, which are usually like back there along the wall, but we got ours front and center right by the pool along with the other day beds. But those were like $3,000 per person, dirham, not dollars, and no sunrise is worth that price. So obviously, first things first was breakfast, but as soon as we ordered breakfast, we got straight into the water. We were one of the first ones into the pool. A lot of people were still checking in and settling in their day beds, stuff like that, but we did not waste any time. The water was so warm, they keep it temperature controlled, and it felt so good the entire day. We actually almost weren't able to even do this today. Aura Skypool gets booked weeks and weeks and weeks in advance. They have multiple different time slots that you can choose from. You can go in the sunrise, daytime, sunset, or nighttime. We weren't really interested in the nighttime. We wanted to go at some point during the day. Sunset is the most popular option, but it's also the most expensive option. And thankfully, a sunrise option became available last minute, so we booked that the night before. But after the sunrise and after breakfast, we just swam around and had fun for the remainder of our time. And then after that, we went back to the hotel, changed. I wore my traditional abaya that I bought the day before, and we went to the Dubai Mall to go grab lunch. Then it was time to be picked up for our second tour of the day and to go to the desert for a little safari. I definitely think that this was me and Marlon's favorite day out of our whole trip just because of how much fun we had. We did the ATVs and we ran into these camels. Are you kidding me? My jaw was on the floor when I saw these. Like, my mind was so amazed. They look so beautiful. And after our ride, we took a little break and did some sandboarding. I was so surprised I didn't fall. Of course, Marlon didn't because he's a pro. But yeah, the desert was a vibe. We had a lot of fun. Our guide ended up taking our action camera and took a little video for us. And then it was time to go to our desert camp. It was so nice. They had so many different activities for us. We tried sandboarding a little bit more. There's a little trampoline, some games. I got some henna. They had traditional Arabian tea, some donuts for us to try, and a bunch of hawks that you can hold. And it was a really neat experience. We got to feed the baby camels. Not gonna lie, they were a little aggressive, but that's fine. It was just up until the point where it was our turn to ride the camels, and it was so fun. I was not expecting them to get up like that. I thought I was gonna fall off. It was a funny moment, but yeah, we really enjoyed the camel ride. The sunset was absolutely gorgeous. The whole sky was bright orange, so we definitely enjoyed watching the sunset go all the way down up until it was nighttime, and then you could do stargazing because you're so far out in the desert. They provided food. It was a whole buffet, a bunch of traditional food, and it was really good. A bunch of different options to choose from, like lamb and chicken, and a bunch of different types of sides and stuff like that. Then for dinner, they did different shows. That's Marlon up there doing the little dance. And then they had an Arabian horse show. Girl, these horses, they're beautiful, but I don't know if they're not trained right or what. They were going crazy. They were a little aggressive. They were like flinging these guys all around. They could not really control them. One even tried to kick a guy. Yeah, it was a little scary. And then the rest of the night we just had some more tea, enjoyed the rest of the shows. I had a camel show and a fire show, and it was a really nice night. And they come and pick you up and drop you off back at your hotel.